Well, no, I just muted myself over there. So anyway, Jeff, thank you for meeting with me today. I was going through some of our numbers, and I saw that your production year over year, you were up 195%. So I wanted just to chat with you a little bit and just talk about that. So tell me, tell me a little bit about yourself. We'll start there.
So, native Houstonian, lived here all my life. I come from a background of construction. I owned a construction company for about 9-10 years, and grew up in the construction industry doing that. So I had a lot of fun. And then doing the construction, I was involved in a lot of real estate stuff, and I flipped a lot of houses, and I really liked that aspect. So in 2015, I had a heart attack. And when I had that heart attack, I had to really do some thinking about what I wanted for my future and my family and all of that. So really gave me some perspective, and I switched gears and moved over to real estate full time. And I've been super happy. I actually like it a lot more than I do construction, but with that construction background, I've used it to help me gain clients and also work through negotiations, and also, I still flip houses a little bit on the side. So, but yeah, I mean, my lovely wife, Lacey, also works with me. And then we have one daughter. She's 6 years old.
Oh, well, awesome. So your construction background kind of led you into a real estate career. So tell me how you came about joining Keller Williams and joining the Icon team.
Yeah. So I remember the day. It was October 2nd. I think it was a Saturday. And I told my wife, I said, look, I'm going to do this real estate thing. And I'd been kind of toying around with it. And she was, we were both thought, well, it's going to take too long to do it, and it's going to be too hard to change careers and all that. So October 2nd, 2015, or 2016, I decided to move forward. I had my license by October 31st. So within a month, I had my license and I was ready to go. And while at Champion School of Real Estate, I kept hearing about Keller Williams and how great their training was. So I really kind of blindly just walked in, met James Ward, and they were great. So just jumped on board. And the training was really well. I went through the full Ignite class and got a lot from that. Yeah.
So what do you so you started out, you got your license in literally in less than a month, and then you jumped into Ignite. So what do you feel like Ignite did for you? I mean, because one of the things that Keller Williams is known for is their coaching and training. And you are coming from a construction background, but new to real estate. So how did that enhance what you're doing now?
Yeah, so I knew a little bit about real estate, but going through the Ignite program really opened me up to all the different layers that are involved in a transaction and how that process takes place. And being able to work deals during Ignite was super helpful. I mean, I made mistakes just like anybody else, and you learn from your mistakes. But Janice was an awesome coach, and she walked me through things, and we had a really fun Ignite class. I think there were 26 people in our Ignite class. So it was a really good group, and still talk to some of them today. But yeah, I mean, it helped me learn the process a lot better, more in depth than what I knew coming in. And I can imagine somebody coming in blindly without real estate experience. It would be super helpful for somebody like that.
Right. So you're part of the Icon team. So, and I know a lot of people wonder, I wonder what it would be like to be a buyer's agent. So you are a buyer's specialist at a really high level, because in the last 12 months, you've done 14 million in volume, which, if you were to ask a lot of agents just on their own, volume wise, I mean, that's spectacular. So tell me what it's like to be a buyer specialist on the Icon team. Like what are their expectations for you? Because, I know Scott and Jeremy, and so I know that they have their own little in-house trainings that they do themselves. So just talk a little bit about that and how that's been important for you and your growth.
Yeah, so I'm a very outgoing person, and I love, camaraderie and all of that kind of stuff. So when I was an agent on my own, it was really tough because I'd be at the computer or I'd be on my phone and something good would happen and I don't have anybody to high five. I mean, it was you had to be able to pat yourself on the back and kind of get through those days. And it was really hard to get through the tough days. So joining a team kind of just changed my whole attitude. Every day you could come in and talk to people, bounce ideas off of others. Scott is an incredible mentor. I've learned a lot from him over the last couple of years. So, you know, for me, it's been a great experience because I like that team atmosphere.
Sure.
I just, you know, I don't like doing things on my own. It's just, it's a lot better atmosphere for me. And they're good guys, and we work hard, and there's a lot of mutual respect amongst the team.
Yeah. So how do you keep yourself motivated?
Yeah. So lately it's been tough. You have extreme highs and extreme lows over the last 6 weeks. But I love what I do. I absolutely love real estate. I love helping people purchase homes. I love helping them through the process. I love educating them about home maintenance, construction, and all of those things. So I guess what keeps me motivated is knowing that I truly am helping people with my service. I'm not just transactionally doing something to help them buy a house. I'm there for them. I've had a couple of people tell me, look, we think of you as family now. A couple of clients tell me we think of you as family. So that's really cool. So to be able to get involved and get to know people on a personal level and help them through is amazing. So those good times get me through the bad times, because I always think about that.
Yeah, I mean, when you think about what we do every day, and you have a client that tells you that you're like family to us now, I mean, what greater compliment could you get from someone to have them say that to you? So how do you start your day? Like, what's your day look like? Because, you know, we are salespeople, and whether we're realtors, we're salespeople. And so we have to have a certain level of energy and, you know, all of that. So how do you start your day? How do you go into selling 40 properties, you know, as a buyer specialist in a year? I mean, that's killing it. So how do you start your day?
So I was born with the natural ability to open my eyes and jump right into whatever I'm doing. I don't know. Thank God for that. Right. So I get up pretty early, about 5:30, and just recently, about 3 months ago now, I got into yoga. So every morning I'm doing yoga and meditation, and that has been really great. But if it wasn't that, it was going to the gym, or it was getting up and spending some time by myself reading, or, you know, just enjoying the outdoors if it's good weather like it is now. But the morning is kind of my time. Everyone else is asleep in the house, and I can sit there and just really relax and do what I want to do. So, getting to the office early, getting going early makes the day a much more productive and positive day. If you roll out of bed at 9 o'clock, which I have done before, it seems like the day's gone, and you've wasted so much time and opportunities, and you think about that and you dwell on it throughout the day. So getting up early and getting a good start is real important to me.
So how has COVID affected you so far? Like, I mean, have you seen your production like lighten up, deals fall out, things like that? Like, how has it like touched you?
So on the Icon team, I hold the record right now for the most deals that have fallen out because of COVID.
That's not a good record.
It's not a good record to have.
That. I mean, because, you know, a lot of people, the deal falls out, they just freak out and fall apart. So you seem like you're fine. You just keep pushing. Like, how are you like getting over that hurdle?
Yeah. So I had 6 deals for April. It was good. It was going to be my best April yet. And I was really excited. It was going to kick off a good summer, and I was really happy. Every single one of those deals fell apart.
Wow. 0
closings in April.
Were you ready to quit because they all fell apart?
So, I mean, of course I thought I was jinxed. It was things were just one after another. There was something that kept coming up. So very frustrating, but you just have to keep going. May is not going to get better if you dwell on April. The summer is not going to be good if you dwell on your current statistics and, you know, the current atmosphere that we're living in. So you just have to be positive. I know that Americans are resilient. We're going to get back to work. We're going to People are going to buy and sell homes just as they always have. So you just have to be positive and keep trying and keep talking to people, keep helping them through the process. I spend a lot of time during the day just thinking about my clients and what would be important to them right now. So some of the people that maybe were struggling to come up with down payment and closing costs, now I'm going back and I'm talking to them like, hey, look, there might be some opportunities where we can roll the closing cost into the purchase of the home through the seller concessions. And so opening doors or having clients look at a deal through a different lens can drum up new business. And so May is going to be really productive for me. And I think the summer is actually going to be really good too.
Yeah. And that's awesome that you said that, because, you know, one of our obligations to our clients is to help them problem solve. And if you're actively going out, like you didn't qualify there, let's go try this or let's try that. And being able to have, you know, affiliate partners and things like that can help you through that is so key and important. So what would you say to a brand new person who's starting? Like, what's like one or two key things that you would tell them to get going, to even make it to where you are doing 14 million in volume in a year?
Yeah. So, I mean, I would tell them to keep trying every day. You have to be persistent. And I heard this when I got started, and I guess it's like growing up, your parents tell you things over and over, but you don't really listen. You have to figure it out on your own. Right. So, you have to be persistent. You have to make the phone calls. You have to look for opportunities everywhere. Everybody is an opportunity. I've even talked to people while filling up my gas, filling up for gas at the gas station. I talked to the person on the other side and just strike up casual conversation, and it's led to real estate a couple times. So you just have to look for opportunities, and they're out there and they're everywhere, but staying positive and being persistent is really the key.
So last year, in the last 12 months, you've done 14. So what's your goal? What's your goal to reach the next 12 months? Where do you see yourself?
Yeah. So 2019, I did 46 transactions. My goal for this year prior to COVID was to do 70.
Right.
And who knows if I'll hit those numbers, but one of the things I really liked about Keller Williams, Gary Keller, and also with Bruce Kink when I heard him talk for the first couple of times is you're not going to be successful if you don't set really high goals. So, you know, people may be listening to that and thinking that's crazy, or there's no way he's going to do that. Maybe I don't, but I'm going to try, and I'm going to do everything that I can. And if I don't hit it, maybe I only get 60. Well, that's pretty awesome. Yeah. So I'm going to do everything I can to try and hit 70. Very good. Yeah. I mean, Gary Keller says, go for the goal. And if you even get close to it, you've probably done better than you would if you didn't have a goal, right? Exactly. So we got to have a game plan. Yeah. Well, Jeff, I appreciate your time. Like I said, this is going to be short and sweet, and I hope who was listening out there got some great nuggets. I mean, from what you had to say and your success, and congratulations. You know, we are so happy to be in business with you and have you as part of our office. And you know what? Next time I'm going to interview you, we're going to be looking at 30 mil. How about that? Yeah, there we go. So I'd also like to say that I did some coaching the other day with my team on how to analyze inspection reports. And so with my construction background, it's really beneficial. So if there's anybody out there that needs help or that wants to learn a little more about construction, I'm open to have that conversation and even go walk a house and kind of explain to you about, you know, what this is, what's that, and kind of how all that functions, and what's the best way to negotiate those to leverage the best deal for your client. Well, thank you. I'm sure you will get some people to take you up on that offer, no doubt. Yeah, I love talking construction. It's fun. All right. Well, Jeff, thank you so much, and I appreciate you. And you know what? Stay safe, and I will see you soon. Okay. Thank you so much. All right. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.